why should I give a damn?
I don't give a damn. 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 I don't.
What the fuck is up? You're now tuned in to episode 112. That's 112, one of my favorite R&B groups of all time, by the way. You know that Peaches and Cream. You already know what time it is. Cupid. What's the other 112 songs y'all fuck with? I mean, 112, one of my favorite groups. Anytime we hit a certain number, you know, once you hit a 100, a lot of 100s and shit, a lot of these numbers ain't even special no more. But 112, that's one of my favorite groups.
Can I give you credit? Because when we were young, you told me what Peaches and Cream meant.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. I said, what? He said, you know what it means? I said, no, it's just a good song. He said, no, that mean, you know.
But do you know how excited it was back in 7th grade to tell a nigga who didn't know what it means? Shit, back in like 8th grade, you know what that mean, right? Niggas like, what does it mean?
You know what it means?
What exactly. What I want to start about, speaking of niggas, is I love nigga movies. Love nigga movies. One of the best nigga movies of all times, I think we should all agree, is Friday, right? You know, Friday is one of the best nigga movies ever created. Everybody watching Friday. Now, I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not here to make a think piece about Friday.
It's a top 5. We don't.
But everybody fucks with Friday that I know.
Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
Well, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it really don't matter. It depends.
They honestly.
It don't matter.
They're entertaining.
They kind of, one is legendary, but they do kind of get better with because number, when you think by the time you get to number 3, like that's damn near a Christmas movie. Right. It's a high end. It's a nice little Christmas movie, but you know, number 1. I like 1.
Classic. 1 is classic.
The reason why I'm bringing up Friday is because recently the character who played Felicia on Friday did an interview. And everybody knows if you ever heard the phrase "bye Felicia,"
which everybody has.
Everybody, I'm seeing random white people in the suburbs saying "bye Felicia," bitch. You're from Sheboygan. There's nobody named Felicia within 30 miles of you. Okay, that's it. But I'm hearing this all over the place to this day in 2022. So "bye Felicia" has become one of those pop culture things. Everybody says it. And the character who actually plays Felicia, she recently did an interview, and she says that it's so hard for her to escape that role. People still refer to her as Felicia. Not only do they do that, but they also refer to her as a dirty bitch. And she said she'd be out with her family, and people would come to her as a dirty bitch. Now, mind you, she played the crackhead, a random crackhead on Friday. So...
Semi-fine crackhead.
Yeah.
Semi. Like you ever seen crackhead like, damn, you was bad in your day, which was like 3 years ago.
Craig lost his bitch and got in that jam because of that crackhead.
You know, yeah, that's how it be.
Come on now.
So it led me to this next question, ladies and gentlemen. We all watch movies. We all watch TV shows. And we all watch this Felicia character. And she says, 20, 30 years later, she can't escape this character. Even in her real life, she got people calling her Felicia and dirty bitch to the point where she was in tears. So it led me to this next question. What are some of the roles that you feel like people have played in our lifetime that you think they'll never be able to escape from? Like, when you look at them, you see that character no matter what.
Well, can I say on the first end? On the opposite end, Will Smith, that's why when it was 6 degrees of separation, he said, I didn't want to do the gay role because a lot of the people, there's people that's like, I'll never do a gay role, so I'm going to be typecasted. So that's just gay. But when you think about just overall, we niggas here, this is a nigga podcast, Clifton Powell, Pinky, he's always kind of the abusive, snapping on, like we watch a lot of low budget shit. I grew up on low budget shit. Blair Underwood.
Yeah.
Finger waves, always kind of the abusive.
The finger wave assassin. Yeah. I mean, it comes
always
down to your agent and your discretion, because it comes down to what type of roles can your agent get you and your discretion. What type of roles are you willing to take? Because you never know what role is going to stick. Like me, I still look at Michael Ealy sideways for throwing those kids out the window.
I
still
agree.
haven't forgiven him.
I agree
Every
with that.
time I see his hazel-eyed ass, I see you throwing those kids out the window, bro.
agree with
You're a
that.
bitch ass nigga forever to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
I would have never took that.
I would have never accepted that shit. I've never accepted that shit. Who else is somebody that when you see them, you see that role? No matter what, you're going to call them that. I could think of another one.
I got one.
Who?
Ashy Larry.
Okay.
Like every time
Donnell
you see him,
Rollins.
like Donnell, like every time you see him, like as much as he trying to do it, it's just like that's Ashy Larry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't get that out of my mind.
No matter what. Sometimes, you know, another one?
I'm sorry, and he plays into it because I've seen him live. He has to do one or two Ashy Larry bits because he's like, oh, sorry,
That's his
he-
moneymaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, another person, I don't even know her real name. That's how far she's dug into this role. But the woman who played Precious, I think no matter what.
Gabourey said it, babe.
Okay, that's her name.
That's
But no matter what, she's precious. I'm sorry.
That's facts.
She can have a Grammy Award winner. She can lose 77 pounds and play in 300 Part 7 as a gladiator bitch that whooped all the niggas' ass. And I would be still looking at the screen like, look at Precious whooping these niggas' ass.
But what if she got surgery and came back and looked like Buffy the Body?
Look at Precious out here with a fat ass now. Looking thick.
She did good on Empire, though.
Look at Precious and Empire getting the deals done. Out of death. No matter what, you're precious.
She still got them
and
teeth.
then add the extra. That you're precious. I'm sorry. You know that there's no going away from that. And sometimes that's not a bad. Sometimes that means you played a role so well that we can't get away from it. Sometimes it means you just picked the wrong role and now you're gonna be typecasted forever. Another person. Sometimes it's bittersweet because sometimes your biggest role becomes your curse. Because you'll play a role and it's so big that no matter what you try to do after that, nobody can see you as anything from that, and it's hard to escape from that. Let's talk about Jaleel White. He's a victim of that. Like he was in 2 other sitcoms that failed, and he tried to do movies. But shout out to Who Ate the Potato Salad, one of the funniest non-theater movies of all time. If you haven't seen Who Ate the Potato Salad, look that up. Clifton Powell, Jaleel White, one of the funniest. You'll have a ball laughing at that. But he could not escape that Urkel role, no matter what. He tried. He was a star. He had talent. Just the fact that he could transform to a Stefan-ass nigga to a Urkel nigga, that takes talent. And he couldn't escape that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. So he was another one. Who else do y'all think is somebody who will never escape their role? It just kind of, that's what you is forever type shit.
Well, honestly, I keep going. I'm going to say Kenan from, Kenan Thompson, because he got a Hollywood Walk
Is he
of
on
Fame.
the one on SNL, right?
He's on SNL.
Okay.
He has a salute. He got on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. But I always see him as just kind of fat Kenan from Kenan and Kel and Gilbert. Like, I'm still a guy who grew up on Saturday Night Live and Mad TV, so I actually watch it. I don't think he's that funny. I just see him maybe he's sucking dick. So I don't want no slander. Sorry. I don't know what's going on, but somehow he's this major player. Like, I think he's about to host an award show. I just don't know how. I just see Kenan as fat Kenan from Good Burger and Kenan and Kel, but somehow he's seen as this all-time great comedian. It's very
I think
baffling.
it comes from the Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's a lot of that. Once you're on Saturday Night Live, we've seen it with Skeet. Once you're on Saturday. Once you're on Saturday Night Live.
Whiskey got y'all
Shout out
pronounced
to
everything
J-Mo.
wrong.
Shout out to
Shout out to
J-Mo.
the J-Mo, but the whiskey is activated. But once you're on Saturday Night Live, you get elevated to another level. That's why, that's why Skeet can go and just do suicide comedy. I'm ready to die, and he can do Rod Wave comedy all day and get away with it. So, like I said, no, I agree with that. He was one of those ones going back to the Good Burger and all that days. He was legendary, but once he
His
got
brother Kel too, like
Kel, yeah, a lot of them.
orange soda.
Yeah.
He was doing
His
orange.
brother Kenan and Kel is actually on Netflix right now, so you should watch it.
Wait, say that again.
Kenan and Kel on Netflix right now.
Oh.
Kel.
It's on Netflix. I was just watching.
But can I shout out because remember Kel was doing orange soda parties.
Yeah.
He was touring like college bars and doing like orange soda parties.
Hey, get it how
Hell
you live,
yeah.
Kel.
How the mighty have fallen. Because he was,
He always
let's
kinda
be honest,
like
he
got that
really
slow roll.
held Kenan and Kel.
He did though.
Kenan wasn't that funny. He was a goofball kind of nigga. I think Kenan probably was. We might get banned. He might have. I'm on my Orlando Brown shit. He might have been doing some crazy shit back. Because I don't think Kel was clearly funnier than you. So
Even
you made
in
it.
Good Burger, Kel made the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
you could tell-
I think Kel was probably maybe a little too goofy.
You
or
could
something.
tell Keenan was the corporate guy. He was the guy who went with the white.
He got my nice
executive
white lady.
Yeah,
married.
I could tell a lot about a black man from his wife. I'm sorry. Once I see who he married, like I said, and there's levels.
Nah,
don't get me
you're
wrong.
Right.
I'm all for interracial, but there's levels and there's sections when it comes to white women. You got white women who are, you can tell that's like they're into the culture and they kind of were around black people. But then you got Becky's and Karen's, and his wife looks like a straight Becky or Karen. So I can tell right off that Keenan was more of the corporate white people love him type of thing.